Namaste programs, welcome back to the stream and to Disco Elysium. Let's get into it. I had a quick look up how long this game's meant to be. I have looked up before and there was, talk that it could be 90 hours. There's no way it's 90 hours. In fact, from what I understand, if you go through it, even sort of doing everything you feel like should be doing, it's probably 20 to 40 hours. I'm already at 25 hours because I've been reading everything out, but I do feel like we're probably getting close to somewhere near almost being done with this game. Where were we? So we need to talk to Titus. Still haven't explored the passages. Don't know how you do that. Don't know how you do that. Okay, hang on a second. So that's B, but surely we can explore out here as to whether it was the bullet was fired from the balcony. Anything? No, nothing.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Try again when it's snowing, not snowing. Okay, alright, so let's go talk to Titus for the 800 millionth plus one time. Oh yeah, Titus, I've got bones to pick with you. Through here, around there. We've got to do more phasmid looking for. Searching. We need to find Ruby.
It's you again. What is it?
He acknowledges you gruffly. Okay, I talked to Clasier. Now I need to talk to Ruby. Why? He leans back, regards you with curiosity. Because she's your real leader. I'm going to level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Laylee's killer. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Look, I need to pin this on someone, and I've decided to pin this on her. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. Thanks for the follow, Grizzly Gamzell. Grizzly Games. Sorry, I missed that. There's an exclamation mark. That is making it look like an L. Grizzly Games, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it muchly. Yes, muchly is a word, but you're an idiot if you use it. So I'm an idiot because I used it. A civil war is brewing. The only way to prevent or solve a murder, that means talking to Ruby. I think I'll go with that one. Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone, and now you've picked Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not going to throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit. And fuck you too, moral... He throws a glance at Titus as the last syllable leaves his lips. The big guy sighs. Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys. That's nothing, that's legalese. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. He crosses his R's. Thank you, Grizzly. I will definitely, when I get a moment, return the favour. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now? I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking. Sight. From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush right behind the window behind Titus's back. Let's see. Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. I'm only logic 5. I saw the winch outside, staged like a play, reconstructed murder scene. Clasier gave motive, but it's still only 28%. Okay, well, Titus doesn't believe Ruby shot the hanged man. Present a theory, make him see it's something to consider. So, what was it? Logic. I'm gonna have to, is there anything I can do to increase logic? Conceptualization, inline input. -1 logic, that's not gonna help. Do I have any minus logic on me? I don't. That's +1 logic. Let's try the glasses. What else have we got? What else have we got? Why can't I scroll down? There we go. Drama and more logic. Okay, we'll put the shirt on. I don't know if this actually works. Hat. Oh, it is. +3 already. Okay, and now we're looking really fucking good.
It's you again. What is it?
That puts it up to 72%. Alright, I think we can do one more thing. If I'm not mistaken, is logic one of the ones that cigarettes improve? I gave the cigarettes to fucking Kuno, did I? All of them. I gave him the whole thing? Why would I just give him one instead of a whole box? Do I have to go buy a box of cigarettes now? I don't even remember. I think it was intellect. Yeah, logic. Gonna do that. Gonna do that just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. Okay, out here. Da 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 dee. In here. Oh, hello. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for Clasier.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Yeah, it's not about the questions. It's not about anything. So that's... Oh, no, I don't need to. I have to click up here. There we go. We're onto it. We're onto it now. Give me Astra cigarettes. Leave. Fucking Kuno. Stealing locusts, taking all my cigarettes. What's going on with the world? There is talking to that other dude about the tattoos, although I was told that that was dangerous. Dangerous. Alright. Tools. Cigarettes. And then I have to come out here and I have to go bang. Intellect raised. But of course, health damaged. Let's go back to our trusty whatever that is. Crowbar.
It's you again. What is it?
83%. Let's give it a go. Boom. Logic. A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by an eerie blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion all channeled into a single thought. Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him? Because she was here all night with us. He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101. She was here all night. The lieutenant ignores the tattooed man. 11:30 to 12:25. She was here during all that time. Yeah, with us drinking. Near the stage there. He points to the karaoke stage. She didn't go to the toilet. She didn't go to the bar for a drink. She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke. She didn't go to the toilet. No. That's a lie. You know that's not the case. Alright, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. He points to the intersection. She's a busy girl, always has been. This complex operation is probably something illegal. Just because she's gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. He taps on his temple. I've been through this. It's not plausible. Reaction speed. He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. Alright, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for some time during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof. Let's see. You do agree the shot came from the roof, right? Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling. A skilled Zambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling? Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling. Nah, the only way up there is through Clasier's room. Maybe there's more? What do you mean? How much do you guys know about this place? We've only been drinking here for what, 6 years? He looks around. How much do we know? Been thinking of getting whirling in rags tattered on my ass, boss. There you go, tattered on his ass. We know the place. There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those? No, but that doesn't prove anything. Eugene, it's just 2 doors. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us. What if these 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name? Eugene? Lieutenant leaned closer. If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him from the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that? Yeah, she could have. This is one long shot. He shakes his head, but the look in his eyes shows interest. Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot? Move on. Firmly? He shakes his head. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the merc's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one. Logic. Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt in the shape of a gun. Rhetoric. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. Reaction speed. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. Guys, this is Revachol. Anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. Look, fucko, Glenn steps forward. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns. Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns. I don't know, Glenny. Ratface leans across the desk. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing. Reaction speed. Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her. Come on, guys, she's one of you. Of course she's carrying, you all are. Clasier said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol. So you like waving your guns in people's faces doesn't mean she does too. Clasier and Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol. She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker. Empathy. It's clear this one is protective of her. Easy now, Glenn. He turns to you. What he's trying to say is people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that, and you can't prove she has one. You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now, and Titus must have some. There's a small 28% chance the shot came from beyond the roof. Now, what the hell are we supposed to do with that? That still leaves a 72 chance it did. He's trying to woo us with cup science, forensic shit. I've heard this mambo jambo. Yeah, but the mambo jambo he's saying goes against his theory A. It does? Yeah, he pinches the root of his nose. Just making sure we're on the same page. The lieutenant pretends to take a note. If it doesn't all fit, we're just sharing info candidly. Really? How does it go against my theory A? Theory A is she went up to the roof and shot him. I didn't say, well, we obviously know, I know where my lost gun went. I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her and move on. Alright, copy, nuts. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough. Gee, we're not seriously considering it, are we? He almost gets up from his seat. Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this? Phase 3 motive, the last component. It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. Clasier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of the leadership challenge against you, Titus. When Clasier came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would carry favor with you. Clasier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Yeah, like what? Apparently she had a thing for Clasier. Sex. She wanted sex from her. Let's not get into it, it's needle sensationalism. Apparently she had a thing for Clasier. A thing? You mean? He tilts his head from the side and falls silent. Rhetoric. Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now. Yeah, but the man looks up from the table and believes, they're both girls. Girls like girls too, Angus, the lieutenant explained. Sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Clasier. I know it's bewildering for me too, but that's just what she said. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural, reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. It's scary, yes. She probably went from university and learned it from a liberal. What Kim said. What Kim said. Fuck you, the man can't believe what he's hearing. First he says she murdered him, now she's a beep too. It's a lie. Go on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. The Mesk smiles. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there. I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party. She didn't fuck you because you're 40 and you still live with your mom, Dennis. Light laughter sounds off in the room. It feels nervous. Claudia said she made advances on her and she thwarted them. Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased. This is some sordid shit. The big man rubs his chin. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Oranje puts out to cover her own ass. Drama, sort of, but he doesn't have to know that. She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. She did tell us when we were close to arresting her. Figures, he looks out the window, but that Ruby is queer as cabaret now that I'm starting to think about it, so there is some truth to it. And that's okay, some are queerer than others, you can still be a hardy. He glances at Glenn. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit, if that's the case, then it's not right. He looks at Titus, then Alan. But if it's not the case, right? There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it. Not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. And I suppose you have a theory about that too, Carp. She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus. Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging? You went along, but she suggested it. Little man squints, eyes beady. She had like a fully formed plan and shit, right when she came back downstairs. Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd been first. Time for a logics demonstration. Alright, so, Eugene, Shanky, or Titus? Yes, it's Eugene. Eugene, let's assume you killed him. He scoffs. Think, you kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down. Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder? The man is silent. If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss. Which is why she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This isn't the queer thing, all of it. The blonde man waves his beer around. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus. Glenn, Titus looks grim. I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit. Ooh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good. Maybe it's all... Do I want to do this one? Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus. There's no fucking leadership challenge. A flash of rage, he calms himself. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, Cup, you put your head in your ass. Yeah, I thought this might be a mistake. Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks. Okay, the lieutenant steps in. We've ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is. When Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. Nah, man, that's just Ruby. She got shit under control, the man explains. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good. Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know? Women talk to women, he peeks at Titus. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to. Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of my team is female. Yes, roll your eyes. Female intuition. That's what it was. You're right, Eugene. Yes, she's got her shit together. That's how she knew. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Or she knew what happened because she killed him. Not so useful. Titus looks at Alain, then Eugene. Fucking hell, the blind man is in some kind of anguish that makes him stare into his garlic bread bowl intently. Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you. That doesn't seem likely. Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her. Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. Sight. A very small nod and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. Yeah, I see it. He puts his beer down. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions if you want. I don't know. He smiles a peculiar smile. I don't know where she went. She just up and left. Got real scared too. Wouldn't tell me where, however hard I asked. Want to know why? Why? She was afraid I would tell you. He looks you straight in the eye. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would. She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior. Why fleeing is always incriminatory. Perhaps, he looks out of the window again. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. When did she leave? Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town, then she came in to see me, told me she was leaving. That's when we had a little conversation. What was she scared of? I told you. You. Me, as in the RCM? No, you, as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes. No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. You probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Nah, no wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. Sure, the human experiment. That's real funny. He looks at you without smiling. You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply, but he measures you up. Now I'm not so sure. What else did Ruby tell you about me? She said you have a funny taste in clothes, he scoffs, and that you won't stop. Yeah, funny taste in clothes? Why? What are you saying? Just because I'm wearing the weirdest outfit you've ever seen. Won't stop? Until you have something from on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you place suspects against each other, open them up like cans. Interfacing. And then when they're all empty, just move on to the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed. Fucking hell, the tattooed man shakes his head. Titus, did he just open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. He nods. Now we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you? Silence. He nods. Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener? You are insistent. He nods. Anything else? Anything? Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This cop, Titus. This cop, he... But she was too scared. You have any clues on where Ruby went? She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot. Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her. Yeah, Al, he gives a sharp look, and we won't either. She's not really, the man stares into his beer, hardy candidate anymore, is she? She's not, Glenn. Have you looked for her? A little. On the coast. Where have you looked for her more precisely? More precisely, on the coast. Past the waterlock. He nods southwest. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there. Who's doing this looking? They're all here. You're all here. Who's out looking? He shrugs. Lizzie needed some air. The gardener? But she went to tell Everard. So she didn't go to tell Everard. No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know fast. Logic. It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you again when she stormed out. She has her own plan. Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking? Sure, there are some shithouses there, a cinder block town. The fisher folk there refuse to unionize, so that's one place we haven't looked. Yeah, they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up. Yeah, that's my shack. We will start there. The lieutenant takes a quick note. One more question. What does Ruby look like? Boyish. Hair's red, dyed. She looks like a lorry man. It's not much it'll do. Go! Exclamation mark. It'll have to. He puts his hand out. Shake it. His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Okie dokie. How can I continue? Like, hang on. What we need to do is get our clothes back in order. Let's see. That's a +0. Have we got a better hat? We did have a better hat. That's a +1. That's also a +1. A +0. Jackets +2. Shirt, I want... This is a +2. What was the only thing I... No, there was something else I changed that I put logic. It was the glasses. Yeah, let's go that one. There we go. There we go. Looking good. Ask the fisher folk in the village. Maybe their leader knows something. Alright, so... Let's go talk to the botanical guy about the flowers. I don't know why. But it's on our list of things to do. Wait, what's this up to? This was drama. Drama's not intellect, is it? 92%. Oh, we've got to try it now. Alright, let's play karaoke. If we can. Come on. No, you fucking shitting me, game? The air is thick with anticipation. The tape clicks into the carousel and the music starts. God, a lump's in your throat suddenly. Uh-oh. I failed a 92%.
I would often go there to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there in the tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone. None of this matters. At all.
Okay, that wasn't that bad, except that I wonder if it's better if you I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sanson, though it once was larger. How the real may rest there, down through the mist there, towards the Seven Sisters, towards those pale cliffs there. Yeah, okay, we all heard that. Already sung poorly, so let's not do that again. Do you hear that? The most pathetic applause in the world. Made of pity, no matter the time of day or how small the audience, this is a pitiful applause. You didn't like it, huh? I'm up here singing my fucking heart out and it's not good enough for you fuckers? Fuck you, I gave it my fucking best, I gave it everything and you shit on me? I'm up here thinking, here I am fucking my singing heart out and it's not good enough for you fuckers. You hear or think you hear uncomfortable shifting around. A bit of laughter maybe? No one's saying anything. Gata, I'm gonna unplug the mic now, okay? You don't know what good singing is. This is real singing. I sang about real stuff. Fuck you, I gave it my fucking best. I gave it everything and you shit on me. You don't know what good singing is. Gata, that's it. I'm unplugging it. He presses stop on the tape carousel. You hear a little whine of feedback and then the mic dies in your hand. Interfacing. That's it. You're unpowered. Let's go, officer. The lieutenant closes his notes. These people wouldn't know a good performance if it bit them in the ass. You liked it? Detective Dubois, he bows lightly. It was downright tragic. Now let's go. I mean it. I mean it, he thinks. Okay, it was downright tragic, and that was the point. Conceptually, to him, being a cop in the RCM was truly expressed in that performance. Put down the mic. Really? It was 92% and it failed. How do I get this door open, huh? Blue day with prominent it's painted blue. It could be connected to the barred door upstairs. Touch the door. Try to push on the door. The door does not budge. So how would you open that door? What if, we're full on everything here, so that's fine. Well, we don't need to do drama anymore, that's for sure. What are we missing? Inland Empire, suggestion, hand-eye coordination. Go hand-eye coordination, why not? Surely it's down here, there it is. Boom. Maybe we should do some of these white checks while we're here. That just opened the map up a bit. There was something else I wanted to look at. Tools. Yeah, nothing else. Locked containers. What if I now try to open it? Nothing. Okay. That didn't work. It was worth a try though, I guess. How do I open this door? The one at the top actually I can open by forcing it, right? That wasn't hand-eye coordination though, was it? That was... Let's go have a look. Let's just... What I didn't try was to see if I could change clothes to kick the door in. Let's go one more time upstairs. It feels only right, having just talked to Gata, to do that. Actually, I better heal up. Oh, what's this? He's made around 4 months of payments for this room. Oh, well, thanks for that. Good news. Good news, we already knew that. Do. The saddest church in Sanson. Da 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 da, boom boom boom. Physical instrument, and it's a white check though. Fuck it. Ah, what am I doing? I wanted to change the clothes first. Yeah, that was always going to happen. Heroic failure. You kick it gung-ho style, entering the premises style, but the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you. And good thing I healed my health, otherwise that would have been the end, and I hadn't saved in ages. Alright, the woman nods approvingly. Let's trash the place. Let's not. Okay, now I need to do physical instrument next time I level up. Unless putting clothes on does something to do physical instrument. I don't think it does. Let's try. White tank top. Does that mean I can redo this? No. No, it'll be locked until I... What you're telling me is I had... I'll put that back on there. How many things had physical instruments? Have I got physical? I've got +1 already, so where's that? The track pants. Any more physical instruments? No, that's -2. Well, that ain't gonna help. Well, the answer is I didn't have any anyway. So, hang on a second. I've got to go see what the grandmother is whinging about. Be right back. Okay, all good. Just issues with earpieces, as always. Seems to always be the case. Some kind of issue going on with the grandmother. Alright, we need to go up to the coast now. Load the trap. We need to... Actually, no, we'll talk to the petanque guy first. What time are we? We're in the afternoon. Tonk guy, go up the coast. Need to put the traps down for the Insulindian phasmid. We need to go check the 3 points to see if they could have been places that to be fired from. Although I feel like that is probably, is that even still in my, yeah. Because I mean, that would have helped with talking to, what's his face? To Titus, surely. The Batak guy's down here. Which one was he? This guy.
Vigilance, officer! What can this old carabinier do for you?
He salutes you. Do Maybells mean anything to you, Rene? Show him the flower. He glances at it and frowns. I prefer the old name, Insulindian Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck. Did they bring you good luck? You know what? He falls silent and the emerging smiles withdraws. No, they brought me misery, false hope and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them. Gaston. But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? He looks at the old soldier almost gently. She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it. Enough! He cuts in sharply. I can go over these matters in details with you, Gaston, but not while we have company. So, officers. Maybells don't blossom yet, do they? The lieutenant quickly asks. Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do, the old carabiner shrugs, but I think you have to wait for at least a month. Ooh, that's interesting. Should I try while I'm here? Might as well. Yeah, if I'm failing 92%, it stands to reason I can succeed on a 42%. As Rene turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. How many medals are there? 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. Look at the cross. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle. It is the Croix de Bravoure. Excuse me. Croix de Bravoure, a cross of valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty in service of King Frizzle I. Look at the sun. A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the words of Valence written below it. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution. Croix de Bravoure and the setting sun point to his chest. Did you get them for bravery? He interjects. That's what I was going to say. Bravery. I'm sure, but you know this uniform's reputation. You were also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies. I don't know the reputation of anything. Don't even recognize the war. Son, we should never forget our past. Lots of mistakes were made back then, but they were also lessons. His voice takes on a tutor-like quality. Forgetting those times mean the mistakes were for nothing. That all those people died for nothing. Rhetoric. Whoa, sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane. So what did you get the medals for? For doing my duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye, which men like Gaston here hid in the bushes. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shat themselves. He saved some maudit princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold. Saved a princeling? It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frizzle thought that he could end it in all in one decisive strike. The old carabiner runs his fingers over the larger medal, sent his cousin Drissant to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drissant was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatoo feathers to battle. He spits. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity? Savoir-faire. You can. It's very asinine. Reaction speed. He really despises that Dryson fellow. Purple velvet tunic, the lieutenant said thoughtfully. That isn't exactly camo. To keep the long and bloody story short, Drissant marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory single file like toy soldiers while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. Must have been a bloodbath. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound, but just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and the smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee. He pats his right thigh. Pain threshold. It's painful to even think about. Okay, then what did you do? I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black. Captain Arnoux, le fleur des chevaux. Le fléau des chevaux. The bane of horses. When I came to, it was all over. He continues, ignoring his companion. It was just me and Jolas Trissant urgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood, but despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to fire. Tougher than he looked, that one. That's no Dink, that's a fire! I'd give up, can't imagine living without my jaw. Touch your jaw. This would never happen to Johnny Law jaw. Point to your jaw. My jaw is tight. I've been through worse. I feel like saying I've been through worse just for being an arsehole. I've been through worse. I doubt it, he remarks dryly. Anyway, I grabbed the prick and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived, and the jawless freak convinced Frisso to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood, piss and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. He shakes his head. 13 months later, I received the Sun. For just doing your service, it's not worth mentioning. Composure. You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty, more than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breast, an untarnished self-worth. Sounds like you're being modest, Rene. The old carabiner stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless. What Monseigneur Modestie is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him in Trissant. 2 days later, that was. And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way. Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there. Hold on, you're just a little bit proud of Rene's heroics, aren't you? Quite impressive. It's been like Rene, blah, blah, blah. I'm not impressed, all those heroics, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't seem like a good moment to experiment. I don't want to risk it. Hold on, you're just a little bit proud of Rene's heroics, aren't you? Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong, he chuckles. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like Rene himself. Certainly not to me. He's lying. How did you find the story to be, officer? Doesn't seem like a good moment to express an opinion. I don't want to risk it. Doesn't seem like... Okay. Bon Dieu, he mumbles, slowly shaking his head. You and Gaston must be related. His blood runs yellow too. Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer, he points to the sun-shaped medal on Rene's chest. They don't hand these out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot, he nods eagerly. Repeatedly, and you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody. Do not speak of what you do not know. You know nothing about poltroon. He slams the heel of his boot in the ground. Duty is something you will never understand. Why do you despise Trissant so much? Because he was a goddamn dandy, he exclaims furiously. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related, that's it. That's it. Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving, he spits. And 782 Royal Carabiners are dead because of his incompetence. Whoa, man-loving, is that even a word? It is not. Thank you for the story, Rene. Bah! His gaze wanders over the bay. There were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. 2 Ravacholians, men with backbone. Oh yes, Rene, yes, the jolly man nods meekly. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone was a fachai. Lord, please bring those days back if you can. I'm not getting into this with you again, he mumbles through clenched teeth and turns to you. Officer, was there anything else? You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier. Okay. Rene told you his war story, now impress him with your heroics. I did replace the bull, but I threw his bull in the sea. That we're still having... Let's try 7... Oh, it's a red check, 72%. Oh, we've done it. Go long, go deep, go unconventional. My story doesn't have gunfire, blood or spilled guts, but let me give you a different take on heroism. Sure, officer. He already looks skeptical. Let's hear your tech. Imagine just flickering into existence from nothingness. I'm not following you. He'll get it, don't worry, just continue. He's gonna be impressed. Imagine knowing nothing but the sweet oblivion only to wake into unbelievable pain. Imagine pain that makes giving birth seem like a mosquito bite, but inside your head, point your head. Imagine waking up with a terrible headache. Imagine knowing nothing but the sweet oblivion only to wake into unbelievable pain. The man stares at you, silently frowning. Doesn't look like he's imagining it. Right when you're willing to do just about anything to make it stop, you open your eyelids. The carabiner crosses his arms and spits in the crater. And realize your mind, everything that was you, is gone. And realize the man body with you in it is just a husk now, all memories erased. And realize you pushed yourself too far, past the point of no return. And realize your mind, everything that was you, is gone. You're talking about getting blackout, shit-faced drunk and going into a delirium, right? He asked impatiently. Kim. The lieutenant looks up from his notes and nods to the old carabiner. Well, drag out the pause. In essence, yes. How dare you belittle my voyage through the void? Well, drag out the pause. In essence, yes. And I thought getting my knee shattered and surviving on rat carcasses in the trench was bad. Here, have one of my medals. You've earned it, officer. Your sarcasm will be your undoing, old man. Thank you, Renee. I am honored. Reach out your hand. I got his medal. The veteran of numerous armed conflicts extends his right arm with the setting sun in his clenched fist, an expression of utter disbelief in his eyes. The old carabiner stares at you for a moment, then tension leaves him and he asks, was there something else you wanted to take from us? I don't think there was anything else he wanted, was there? You got the medal, now let's solve the crime. What was that about? +1 rhetoric. Where does that go? Nick. I've already got a +2, so no thank you. No thank you very much. Okay. Okay. And now we continue on our not so merry way. Having stolen an old soldier's medal for reasons unknown. Head over to the other side. It's only raining, it's not snowing. So why couldn't I talk to the Klage? Miss Orange Dancer. I don't know. I don't want to do that. To put the empty trap first. So that is what I'm going to do. I will talk to all you nerds later. Where was this first trap? Up here? Didn't feel like I've been here before. Oh, what's this? There's a slit in the concrete here, a sewer. The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. Yell ho into the slit. There's a no echo and no answer. What's in there? Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer. Kim, any idea what's down there? No idea. He takes his glasses off to polish. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. Think we might find Ruby down there? We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Ravishall's sewer system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. He puts his glasses back on. In conclusion, she could be under any building, but not in there. He looks into the slit and sighs. I hope not. Okay, I sort of know where I am now. We've got to go through here. Here is the trap. No, there's 3 traps. Oh, that's the right one. The trap stands empty near the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around, only the reeds' apprehensive hissing. Rain drips from the mesh of the trap. Release the locusts into the empty trap. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. Composure. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder situation? He stops you. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question. We're right here to look at one of the 3 shooting areas. Now report to Lena in the whirling. Okay. Check Land's End for bullet traces. How would I do that? Isn't this Land's End? What, isn't this one of them? Like, there we go. Could this be the boy Claudia told you about? Small boy. A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first it looks like trash, but if you look closer... That over there, he points to the strange looking object, must be the boy Claudia told us about. The one she hid in her passport. One she hid her passport in. We should take a look. Ooh, hidden things, secrets, lies! Pick up the boy. You lift the buoy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied or to anything. It's not tied or to anything? I mean, I guess you can say it like that. The cords dangling from the bottom appear to have been cut. Examine the plastic ball. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long, but it's already discoloured and slimy with silt. A latch holds it closed, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked. Simple construction, very unsafe. Shake the buoy. There's something in there splashing around. Sniff the buoy. It smells like you would expect it to smell, a concentrated version of the coast, salt, industrial slop, and decay. Open the buoy. A shot glass worth of seawater pours out, some algae, and nothing else. Well, damn. We're lucky it's still here. A little longer it would have floated away. The lieutenant flashes a mirthless half smile. We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore. No documents. Who do you think took them? I have no idea, the lieutenant taps his foot, frowning. This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the buoy anyway. He purses his lip. Or I think we do. This is a small loose end either way. Not important, I hope. It must have been Claudia's enemies, which means she's in danger. Maybe Claudia took them herself. Could this be related to the cryptozoologists and their little expedition? In my experience, cryptids are generally uninterested in travel documentation, he sighs. We should go. Logic. You could ask the miss what she thinks later if you have the time, though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point. Let the empty buoy be. Okay. Really? End of story with that one. I would have had to move quicker somehow, maybe? How do I check for bullet? Something or others. Another trap. They've still got... Yeah, okay, so it's still going to give me the same stuff as before. The same massages. Got a box over here we haven't opened. Give me the money. Can't go any further that way. This way doesn't lead anywhere as far as I remember. Oh, that was the, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was the people getting shot. Yeah, goodbye. We already did that. So, hang on. I thought... So, Boardwalk, Land's End. Oh, this was Land's End. And there's one up here. The other one. Boardwalk, Island. I can't get to the island yet. Oh, so Land's... No, I'm not at Land's End. Alright, I got you. I can't get out here, can I? Can I? I can. Not. Hang on. A door, a building, a hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? Possibly. Really, he's gonna go... Let's just follow him. I've just let him... told him to go there. You really have to go right around? Why, game? Why? Jesus. Could have just had an exit off that plank there. Why do we have to go this far? Why? Wait, was one of them the boardwalk? One of them is the boardwalk. So we need to... Hang on, was this... There we go, go up that way. Past these nerds. Can't go that way. Not past those nerds. This way, apparently. Hang on. I thought this was the way to the boardwalk. So many little fucking weird... entrances and exits. In fact, I should be zooming out to make my life easier. So how do I check here if... How do I check if the bullet... There we go. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. Isn't this the boardwalk? Check boardwalk for bullet traces. Alright, well let's go see Land's End. That might give us a clue as to what we're looking for at least. I mean, oh, here we go, hang on. Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle and a dilapidated old comms tower. I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. He looks east over the coast, in the whirling in rags. Hello, Bobber King. This game is basically a visual novel, although it's kind of an old school, you know, click and whatever you call it, adventure game. It's about a cop who wakes up with amnesia from drinking too much and has to try and solve a murder. And it is batshit crazy, let me tell you. It's set in some kind of alternate universe or future world or something, and it's got a whole history. If you read everything, it's nutty. It's nutty, that's for sure. I think it won like best game in like 2019 or something. It certainly would have won best writing because it is just a massive novel of stuff. You know, a bunch of characters to talk to. You talk to them. It's all basically talking. So if you don't like reading and you like action, not the game for you. But oh, I need to heal. Hang on, there we go. Let's do a quick save. Can't save while I'm talking. Okay. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator. It's not how you spell perpetrator. Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower. Took the shot there. What about the cigarette butts? Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower. Took the shot there. It's not possible to climb that ladder even if it were. Why? There's no platform up there to aim from. The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar. It does look extremely rickety and wouldn't help much easier. Well, okay. That's his point of view, Bobber. He was sent here to solve a murder a week ago, but spent the week drinking, and then... So, yeah. It's a bit like, do you ever watch The Hangover? He's trying to figure out what he did in the last week to solve to murder and, you know, also to continue solving the murder, and why was he drinking so... I still don't know why he was drinking so much apart from just being an alcoholic. I think his wife left him or something like that, so he was on a bit of a bender. The people you talk to have actually already met you before, but you don't remember them, and yeah, it's interesting. It's a very interesting game. It's basically an RPG. You've got points and leveling up and stuff like that, but it is really a mix of genres. It's absolutely amazing art style, and I don't even know how you begin to tell a story like this. It's just so much lore, and different people are from different places, and they're all extremely difficult to pronounce, and someone spent a lot of time on this. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator to warm his hands before pulling the trigger, perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. He looks around. Truthfully, it seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful, there's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out B double prime, was it? What about the cigarette butts? Those, he points to them, a smoking assailant who favours Tiomotiri to Astra au Douin. Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for old men. Tiomotiri was a Revacholian colony on Ile Mara. The suzerainity's population was mostly Ilmaran Arapagites, up to 97%. The region was known for its tobacco export, hence the name. If you wanted to know what this game is all about, here it is in one fucking sentence. Strange word from strange place, from another strange place with a certain kind of government that was mostly made up of strange people from a strange place. I'm pretty sure none of this is real. I don't know if this is meant to be someplace in Eastern Europe or something, but I think the idea it's sort of the far future, and you know we've lost a lot of history or something. Your guess is as good as mine. I want to know a lot more about this. Oh, you do? The butt you saw... And, okay, what I forgot to say, all of this is your mind talking to you. So you have various aspects of your mind, all of these, and all of them talk to you in a different way. So, you know, if you're interrogating someone about something, maybe drama will have something to say to you, or... you know, electrochemistry means drugs and whatnot. So if anyone mentions drugs, electrochemistry pops in and goes, oh yeah, we should take some drugs. It's like having, it's like being stuck in a crazy person's head. I relate to it a lot because that's how my head works. Might not be the same for you. Oh, you do. The butt you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a kofia hat, a tobacco picker. This boy is the Tiomotiri brand logo. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druin, a local blend from the Southern Islands, or Astra, a legendary cigarette from Grad. Tiomotiri is favoured by older men who like its old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amounts of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism and halva. It is like he has multiple personalities, and the RPG elements of it, if you know, if you put a lot of points in, I don't know, like encyclopedia or you'll get more, advice from those. So I don't often get mentioned. Physical instrument doesn't pop up very often, you know, because I'm not a physical instrument. So you could, I mean, people do this. I'm only ever going to play this once because it's, to be honest, a bit of a slog. I love it, but I'm going to have my playthrough that'll just be how I did it. But people replay this game and they see what it's like if you got more reaction speed or whatever. And you get a whole bunch of different conversation options if you do that. So the game is actually replayable in that changing all of these change how the game plays out. Although I'm sure that the overarching story is still the same. Look over the water to the whirling in rags. There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance in the air, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender. Electrochemistry, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you, because you're here freezing in the wind, aren't you, doing your detective work. Finished thought. You take a mental note, Tiomotiri seems important somehow. Okay, so that was Land's End. I don't know if I can even get to... the island. Let's see if we can. If anything's changed. I don't even remember what I needed to do. Was it that I didn't have the right skills? Here we are. I think this must be the door to the island somehow. Door unopenable. Could this structure have been used to take the shot? From here to the whirling, I can't see how. He looks southeast and blows on his fingers. The church is in the way. Right, so I need a... That's a red check as well. Red check, I can't do it again. It's only 3%, so I'm not going to do it. But I'm interfacing 6, so how high would I have to be to get to this island? That's weird. And why didn't I find anything at the boardwalk? Let's quickly go have a look at this woman and see if whatever we need to try and convince her has improved in the interim. I should check if I have any clothes that give me points in. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay, if you say so. Why didn't you tell me that last time? I'm sure I was running all over the place when I was here.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, wow. I don't want to evict her. And I'd need more suggestion. Have I really got no suggestion? Wow. Wow. So I would need to put points in suggestion to even do this. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say, woman named Ruby. What? No, no. No one suspicious around here. She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true. So I can't move either of those on until I get more... What was it? Suggestion. Do I even have... I've got no clothes that say suggestion. Let's have a look. Oh, that's minus suggestion. Got nothing. We've got nothing. Oh, there's +1. I can get to +2 suggestion. Let's try it, I guess. Let's see what happens. Have I already looked at this row? No, that was the -1. Okay. Let's try it again.
Yes, what is it?
I'm an idiot. I have to actually put something into it anyway. So let's not worry about that now. Let's go back to our kimono just for fashionista reasons. Let's get out of here. I'll tell you what we're going to do. So I need to ask about Ruby in the village. That's going back to the whirling. I need to get rid of her to be able to do any of these. And I can't do any of those, so... Oh, I could have done that. I forgot. I'll have to see if Doom Spiral's there as well. Alright. And I've got this to do. Okay, there's shit to do. Right, I'm going to take a very quick break. It's been over an hour. So it's time to get up and move around. There's also been some more probably screaming at the TV by my grandmother. But I better go double check just in case it's her ear's not working still. I'll be back in a sec. Bye. Alright, we're back. Let's continue walking slowly to the door. Da-na-na-na-na. This is back to those nerds, so I don't need to talk to them just yet. I need to go back to the village and talk to everyone here. This might be where she is because I haven't been able to get in this door. Oh, now I can. Oh no, this is where the kids were. Or at least one kid. Yeah, this is where the little girl who knew where the armor was. Do you know anyone named Ruby? Luby or Luby. Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret. My mum tells me that I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can say 11, or like sometimes I can, but then, oh, I see, it's the r. That I can't say r, or like sometimes I can, but then r. Kids, the lieutenant shakes his head. Bye, the little girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid leaning against the wall. Where? Wait, what if this is the fishing rod situation all over again? What fishing rod situation? You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand here calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is. Fine, it's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. Oh, is that it there? But where's your sense of wonder, man? Forget the phasmid, fire iron. Man, he's obsessed with this phasmid, that's for sure. Invisible insects. One of my cats used to see them. I used to call them invisible ninjas. I used to chase them around in the air and it'd be like, okay, there is no insect there, but you're attacking something.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
You seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast? Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately. Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten. Okay, but do you know who I'm talking about? This is my little cinderblock town, she nods with a wrinkled smile. I know what goes on around here. Rhetoric, she's being evasive, she knows something. There was a murder in Martinez, he points east. She might be a suspect, we would appreciate your help. Would you now, she turns to him. I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Really? I mean, I could sort of agree with that, but you know, what's your evidence on that, lady? What you talking about? You know something, we're here to help. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. This isn't about the union, no. You don't have to worry about retaliation. This is like when that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out. No, it's not like that, man. With him, we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass. Okay, I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else? I see, ma'am. The lieutenant turns to you. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway. Logic. You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too. Ooh, interesting. The washerwoman is hiding something. Look around, maybe get into her shack somehow. Well, it's my shack. I have the key. Anything new? Firstly, can I look at the expression yet? There is still 17%? Wow, I've had that since day one, since bloody room one. Okay, let's shave. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkept hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly. Feel your clean-shaven cheeks. Oh no, that's terrible. They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath. Was shaving the right call? The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkept hair and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe? Logic, you almost look like a professional. This was not the right call. Anyway, I had to do it because it was there. Loose floorboard. As you look, the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of the floorboard next to it looks scratched. Move the board aside. The hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. What's in here? Nothing particular catches your eyes. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though. Search through the sand and sawdust. You stick your hand and start You stick your hand. There's bloody words missing in this one. Whoever wrote this section didn't get it proofread. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust, and then something hard wrapped in paper. What is it? A bullet. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. Encyclopedia. A 9mm bullet to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber, like your own Villiers pistol, for example. A bullet. Interesting. The floorboard doesn't care, but maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with. Hand-eye coordination. It's extra ammunition. She's locked up and loaded, ready to fight some cops. Ooh, ah. Ask her about the boulet. El buletto. Clasier is pronounced clasier. Oi, lying old woman.
Our tenant, the police.
Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack? God damn that girl, she murmured softly. Composure, and without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure. A bullet? The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod. Then turns to the washerwoman. You didn't put it there, did you? She did. Gone and hid things in there, she shakes her head. She's usually a good tenant and not a stupid one either. You rented the room to her. The old woman sits in silence, her hands moving into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge. Slowly she speaks, wringing out a rag. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble, or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear we welcome all kinds of people here. When was this? She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. Her wrinkled hand needs a blue rag in the water. What has she gotten herself into, that girl? That's for the police to find out. The lieutenant takes out his familiar blue notebook. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few. You said she left on Monday? Yes, early, with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think. Logic. She probably heard the lieutenant's kinema drive by and it woke her up just like it did you. Kim, she must have heard your kinema. Yes, that is the downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. His voice is tinged with pride. It lets the bad guys know when you're coming. Is the room exactly as she left it? I cleaned it like I always do. Was there anything else there? No. The truth, sire. What is she like, Ruby? She's good company, knows how to talk to an old woman. She rubs her cold hands together. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation, so I really appreciate that about her. Did she talk to you much during her last stay? No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. What do you mean? She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. Why do you think she left the bullet there? How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun. She looks back towards her shack, thinking. I heard she was a heavy drinker with anger issues. You ever witnessed that kind of behaviour? Nothing of the sort, she shakes her head. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way, but I only knew her to have a beer on the beach while watching the sunset. She isn't what you'd call a drunk, like me. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the camionneur life, but I never saw her lose control of herself the way some people do. Meaning me. Where did she go? I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat, woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots heading up north. It's a peninsula. She might be trapped. After a moment of silence, she says, You'll never find her, you know. Her tone is without malice. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived. I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We're persistent. That place is huge. She's a needle in a haystack. Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. She drops the rag into the bucket. It's clean now. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the heater. Inland Empire. The felled electric mural. You feel like you should go look at again. Step closer this time. Had a few more questions about Ruby. Enough about Ruby. Alright, the felled poster again. One thing, officer, if you do find her, please go easy on her. She looks around. The air is getting colder. She's a good girl, whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in. Why would I need to... Why did it tell me that I needed to... I mean, I appreciate that it's told me that I need to look at that poster again, but the issue is, How did it know? There was nothing in the conversation that led to that, was there? And also, where is it? Up here somewhere? No. This way. Is it this one that the guys are looking at? Or is it the other one? It's this one. Feld Electrical. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops of a long time ago. Now only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says tomorrow is just a whisper away. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. Looks like tomorrow never came. The lieutenant raises the collar of his bomber jacket. Step closer. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are crackling and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Conceptualization. Feld Electrical. How ironic, all these dark rooms. Encyclopedia. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. Inland Empire. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first. Why do I feel like I know this place? Indeed, somehow you knew it was here, an urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. Shivers. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since. Could Ruby be in there? In there? She could, or, the lieutenant points behind you, she could be in the identical ruin over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe. Logic. Why single out this one building? Shivers impossible. Listen to the wind. Found the empty track, reconstructed execution, confronted the pigs. But still, only 17%. Let's see how... So, shivers. Have I got any shivers? I don't. Anything got shivers? Anything at all? Anyone? Beulah? Beulah. Shivers. Shivers. +1 shivers. +1 shivers. +1 shivers. What else have we got here? Huh, Svengali? That's it. We are now extra +2 shivers. What's this going on? Looking for Ruby brought you to a mural that somehow I think is important. Inspect it thoroughly. 42% white check. So we can only ever, we're always going to have to upgrade anyway to even get higher than 42. Let's just try it. Let's cross our fingers. We did it. 42%. 42% seems to be easier than 92%. Let me just say that. Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. What was I even attempting to do here? Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not, and now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. Logic. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire, a trick for when you're out of ideas? Turn to the lieutenant. She could be anywhere. How do we find her? How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village, the lieutenant sighed, then gets a hold of himself. Okay. She's probably not at the village, and this place is a peninsula. He looks north. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt. Excuse me. We got that one round the wrong way. Hyptid cunt. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a good old spoonerism. And we have at least an understanding of the geography at least. And then there's the church. He looks at the bell tower. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step 2. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector, go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Okay, and if that fails, if we don't find her, then if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that. He looks behind him at a dark red box crumbling across the chasm. Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Savoir faire. An adventurer waits, an adventurer on the windswept urban coast. Listen to the wind again. So is this some kind of, I don't know, get a hint thing if I can't find her? Okay, alright, so we need to look around. We've got another point though. What? So barred door is physical instrument heroic. That's the one on the roof. I'm going to do suggestion. I'm going to do suggestion because that might get me another chance at getting her out of there, and then we can set up the nightclub. Ah, oh, suggestion's so low. I didn't have any clothes either, did I? Let's try it anyway. Let's unlock that. Good, 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 good. Do we have suggestion clothes? Nothing already. Nope. Okay, that's suggestion. Just one, wasn't it? That rings a bell. That's -1 suggestion. We're now up to 2 suggestion total. That's really not that good, is it? Come on. That's -1 suggestion as well. Okay. Now we need to... I need to try this boardwalk one more time. Why can't I find out whether it was shot from the boardwalk? Anyway, we'll have a look around here in case it's... Maybe I have to get through here? Except I can't. That's that thing. The other place, it was just a thought that popped up. It's not popping up, is it? And surely the boardwalk is the actual boardwalk, not... You know, because the shot could have come from here. There, or there? Really? No, the church would be in the way. So maybe it is here. Down here now. That would be fine as well. Maybe it is just around here somewhere. Maybe I should have fully explored here. Is this a door I could open? It isn't. Come on, give me a thought. Give me a pop-up. Is this where I'm meant to do it? It's not. Okay. Useless. Absolutely useless. Can't get through here apparently. Okay, that's interesting. Well, what about up here? Like you could have shot from up there, right? How do I get up here? I can't. It's not part of the game. Go all the way around the building. See if there's any other spot to highlight. No, that's all reeds. And I can't get through there either. So, yeah, definitely nothing down that way. We'll go to the boardwalk over this way again. Hang on a second. What about in front of this building? I haven't actually looked, have I? Oh, this is the way to the boardwalk. Nothing? Nothing? No thoughts? No thoughts? How bizarre. How utterly bizarre. What about over here? No? So weird when it's normally quite obvious where you need to go. It says check the boardwalk to see if there could have been a shot fired, and yet there's nothing here. No thoughts. Even in the other spot there were thoughts galore. Right, well, rip. Checked all of that now. Wait, we've got to see if the drunks are back yet. Maybe they're only there in the evening? Also, I've forgotten where they are. There they are. Hey, they're back. Oi. Idiot Doomhammer or whatever your fucking name is. Have a washed jacket. He nods in appreciation. Have you seen a redhead woman named Ruby around here lately? Can't remember really seeing any woman after losing my keys. It's a touchy subject. He hasn't gotten laid in ages. He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire. Okay, here's your jacket, fresh washed. My jacket? Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off of. A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you. What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila? The fuck are you talking about? Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila talking about? Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago from the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach. That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional, he scoffed. Phone? That's medium concept stuff. Logic. It's become abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it, it's neurological. Your loss? I'm keeping the jacket for myself. That shit is so medium concept I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you. It's an okay jacket, the lieutenant shrugged, if you're into that look. I don't think I need the next story from this guy. They go on forever and I don't know if they've got anything to do with anything. So, did I actually get to keep the jacket? It's that one there anyway. Okay, yeah, cool. Okay. So we've done that now. Kim wants to chat.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
My style? What about it? It's, well, a little eclectic, don't you think? How would you even describe what you're wearing? Eclectic is for pop music with indigenous percussion. You're a sartorial maverick. Office harbinger. Well, I can't say it doesn't fit you. Still, you might try branching out a little. You know the expression, the clothes make the man. The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Okay, Nod, you're a sharp-dressed man. We could be star buddies. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective. A warm smile. Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go. So, after 30 hours of this, he chooses to tell me now that I can change clothes for certain situations. Yeah, I already figured that out, nerd. Does this count as the boardwalk? Do you know where Ruby is?
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much? What is it with you and those waves? What is it with me and waves and fishermen? She tilts her head and looks at the sea. We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But I can't. But until that happens, I can try to assist you with the best I can, she adds with a smile. So what will it be, officer? -3. Okay, that's not gonna happen, is it? Is this the board? Oh, hang on. Give me the money. And he was thinking about something. What happened to it? There it is. The planks creak beneath your weight. Oi, how have I never met this person before?
I'll just keep the cordially in the channel.
Oh, it's Joyce.
Okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She's moved. She winds the mooring line around a post.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course, jetty. I prefer a good jetty to appear any day. Jetty.
Oh, jetty. Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing. Fucking hell, this game, man. I start singing and then it tells me I want to sing. Alright, jetty.
Jetty.
She responds mournfully.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
Then secures the mooring
What
line.
brings you here, madame?
Nothing really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now. So I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
It's suspicious that now that I know where the person we're looking for is over here and you're now over here? Come on. That, and she also keeping an eye on you. Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelie red, like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. Quite.
So how do you like it here? Look around.
How do I like it?
Cast your gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago. Hearing, water drips down eaves of Eternite, the jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. Smell, the smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor, the street has no name, all the men are dead or missing, and is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Yeah, don't worry about that. You don't want to know anything about that. She squints her
I'm
eyes.
surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Lilienne, dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Good on you, Kim. Alright, politics time. Let's react. You're right to be scared, this is all your fault. You're in no danger, the working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared, this is how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way, say nothing. Try not to be scared, this is just how the real city looks. Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never... She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky. Above you there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. Have I told you how they discovered this place? The wind picks up, her raincoat flaps in the gust. This fishing village? No, the Insulindian Isola. No, you haven't told me how they found it. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. Oblivion. That's so me. I knew you would sympathise, she nods. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means, our home, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. She corrects the scarf around her neck. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Tell me now, we have time. Do we? He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does. I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there's something else I can assist you with while you're in hot pursuit. That's all for now. Right. Alright, well this isn't the boardwalk. Wait, alright. I'm confused. What is it that I need to be doing? That... Check boardwalk for bullet traces. You're utterly shitting me. Why is this not giving me... I mean, I went to the boardwalk and I can't get to the island. Whirling. This is all I need to get... Oh, we were heading back to suggestion, to the programmer. Thank you for reminding me. Bloom. Bloom. Bloom, bloom. Having a quick look around. This is the church. And this is the steeple. Okay. Fine. Into the church. It did tell me to walk, so I feel like I need to walk. Oh. Cold wind blows in from the broken gallery, makes your skin crawl. Your face crawl?
What is it?
72%. Let's try again. Convince her to cooperate with the ravers. Yay! Easy. When her research is done, she can move out. Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something? What? She looks up from her work disoriented. No, I don't really need any help with the project. But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it. She thinks about it, a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair. Alright, she finally says, blinking twice. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory and I'm now able to go and fetch it myself. What is an off-site copy and why do you need it? It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory just like the one inside this radio computer. She points to the glowing cube inside the machine. Interfacing. She's making it extra simple for you. The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament. Hold on, if it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site? If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site? Oh god, not this again. She takes a deep breath before letting it out. It's not on site, it is in the basement, perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all. Basement sounds like it's technically still on site. And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear? She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes. By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress accident in the Doom commercial area? Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. Wait, bookstore lady, you mean Pleasance? That's her name, I believe. Actually, I've already been inside the Doom commercial area. Good, then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it. And where exactly is the off-site copy? In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the off-site copy from the ice bear. Why can't you do it yourself? The bookstore lady hates me, says I'm part of the curse, whatever that means. Wait, are you part of the curse? Of course not, she crosses her arms. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in. Why does she think you're part of the curse? Because she's from Martinez and people from Martinez have never seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh, that's only because of their socio-economic situation. Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Ream Civic. I'm not making this up. The lieutenant coughs like he's amused. Once I came in one morning only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets, wards. It looked like some Seminine magic. Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy. Thanks, she thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands what looks like an oversized pry bar. Here is my Svalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the off-site copy, then you can keep the Svalsund. The legendary Svalsund. Valsund? Do I just not pronounce the K? Valsund multi-tool. This is pry bar version 2.0 for professionals like you. A pry bar! A new pry bar! Equip this to open locked containers in the world. Improved pry bar then. This is an advanced pry bar, a pry bar plus 2 if you will, built by Kvalson and Vasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and grey model will stagger any technician. Okay, I wonder if that's what I've needed to get into... Okay, alright, good. So... Alright, I know what we need to do now. We need to go back to the Kinema, what are it called? Look at the size of this pry bar. And I forgot I need to ring the library or something. Did I need to ring Sylvie as well? I don't remember. Just do a quick save because I don't trust the autosave. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it, and I can't throw it because it's a concept, a virtual electronic concept even. It is not throwable. Not to the whirling. Well, while we're back at the whirling, we'll be back there anyway, so we can talk to Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife. Why not? What, have I been up here? Have I though? What if she's in here? What if she's under the boat like I was going to do? No Ruby. Ruby. No. It's a dead end. With the emphasis on dead. The shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. Well, okay. That's what I wanted to happen up at the boardwalk. Is that ticked off my boardwalk? No. No. I wasn't asking if the bullet could have come from there. You git-faced nong features. Wait, there's stuff down here, isn't there? Is there somewhere that Ruby could be? Really nothing in this whole area, really? It's a dead end. End for dead people. Can I come through here as well? No. The answer to such questions is no. Alright, don't stop. Let's go. Let's just keep going. Get away from the fucking... I don't want your jackets, you idiots. Okay, so we need to ring the public library or something. Pull out the radio again. Jamrock Public Library. Hold on, officer. Ellipsis, 3 dots, ellipsis. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting to the call in 2, 1. Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. How can I help you, officer? I'm looking for any information you can provide on Billy Méjean, a reader. Billy Méjean, you said. Give me a moment. I'll have to check our database. He puts down the receiver. Ellipsis, 3 dots, ellipsis. Shivers. On Mirror Drive in Central Jamrock, a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside. A middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback. Yes, hello, are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Méjean's home address. Is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately. Logic. They're too poor to have a phone line. Yes, home address is fine. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says, that's all. That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? Do you have any other information on Billy Méjean? It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie, he covers the phone with his hand and yells out in the room behind him. Marie, do you remember a reader named Billy Méjean? They returned a Thibault book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. The librarian is speaking into the phone again. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Loose Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good, you have a name now. So... Billy Méjean is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband? Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her. Do you know the husband's name? Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like? Marie! A moment passes. She said it was an older man, and she's pretty sure he had a drink or two the last time she saw him. What was he wearing? 1 second. The library turns away from the phone again and relays the question. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Thank you, that's all from me. I have no other questions. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. The librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. Didn't need to talk to anyone else, did I? Alright, what's going on here then? Go to Billy Méjean's apartment to deliver the bad news. It's in the apartment buildings in North Martinez, apartment number 20. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. What do I actually want to do first? What time is it? Let's just talk to the cryptozoologist, and that might be it for the day. We've got to go try and get into this doomed commercial area to try and get this thing for the programmer and release the curse as well. But let's just talk to Lena first.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
The elderly woman smiles up at you hopefully. I restocked the empty track. Where's Morel? Thank you for doing that, dear. She manages to smile for you. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. Only the hardcore players left, huh? It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. He gives up and I'm running around? It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. I'm sorry, dear. You had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work, a young person's game, as they say. Her voice is shaky. What is going on here? So, who's going to check the traps? Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything. Something tells me it's up to me again. No, she says, insisting now. You don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it, or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time. Be real. Gary is not going to help with this. We'll take care of it. Take it on. Once more onto the breach then. Take it on with undue optimism. Good luck with that. My bug-chasing days are done. No, once more into the breach then. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself. Very strange. Why is she not doing this? It's like she's given up. 97%. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different? How? The half-moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. Rhetoric. Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style. You're not telling me the whole story. I'm not. It's not that. She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that, a story or a dream? Composure. Hunching her shoulders now, she seems even smaller than she is, like a sad young girl. Seeing the insulindium phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something? No, sweetie, she takes her head. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists and for years his belief made me believe too. But now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. But what if I was just wrong? I think it was... The lieutenant opens his notebook but doesn't write anything. First tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. It's only 58% though. Well, good thing I've got 3 suggestions on her. The thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. I'm not sure of anything, she looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it, you know, the real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. She taps her chair. And then a taxi home is not so bad. You do that. I'll check the traps one more time. Really? Oh, sweetie, she looks at you worried. Please don't get stuck on a tree. Take it from me and Morel. Can I have your address just in case there's news? It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock, but... Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. The rest of it's pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. The rest of it's pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. You're welcome, sweetie. She flicks a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir. I'm glad it helped you even though it turned out to be... The sentence remains unfinished. A waste of time? A lie? Hearing a fool's hope, say her lips, moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's raining. at this thing I'm holding here. We should go too. Shivers. Somewhere out there, a kilometre to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the Feld building, rattling dusty windings, beckoning with strange coldness, to ask the wind once more. Okay, it wants me to ask the wind again. Right, so that's just the end of it. It doesn't even give me a quest to, Wait, call Alice back in a day. Alright. Where is the armor? Didn't do that. Let's do that. We are 40 seconds from 2 hours, so about the right time. We'll have enough time to have a chat to Alice about the armor. Inside, you see a set of steering levers. You pick up the radio. Alice, no. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number? Yes, the armour was produced by, she looks at her notes, Fair Weather in their facilities in Betancourt-sur-la-Claire in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Aragnesi pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. She browses pages. So, it seems the armour went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over the years since the armour was issued. I'm guessing one of its name is Krenel. Yes, she seemed glad you guessed it. That is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. You hear her fingers on a keyboard. No, they were called Sediment and Somata Sensor. It seems. All that during the last 9 years. Visual calculus. A suit of armour like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted. A suit of armour like this would have been customised to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued. Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk to them into it though. Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armour this was. Sure, call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you. Call back tomorrow again. Anyway, I think this was the only... Did I miss doing it yesterday? I may have forced this to go a bit further than it should have. Alright, that's done. We're going to leave it there. We've done exactly 2 hours and 1 minute. The goal will be one day to do longer, but for now, we might need to wait for daylight savings to kick in. And then we may be able to go longer. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you for watching. Au revoir. Goodbye.